P. My special guest today is Christian Zimmerman.
What's up? What's up?
Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Let's start out by introducing yourself. Who's Christian Zimmerman?
So Christian Zimmerman, I'm 25. I just turned 25 a week ago, actually, or 2 weeks ago. St. Patrick's Day.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. So I turned up.
Right. That's a good mix.
Yeah, it's
birthday,
great. Irish car
St.
bombs. Lots of
Patty's Day.
Irish car bombs. Graduated from Georgia State University December 2015. I've been in tech startups for the last 3 years now. I'm from Gwinnett, like you. Went to North Gwinnett. But yeah, just kind of been a fellow at Landon for most of my life, but I'm from Houston.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing. How would you describe your childhood?
So I'm an only child. My neighbors were all my brothers, pretty much I don't know if you know them, BJ and Shannon Howell. They were my backdoor neighbors, so I always hung out with them. My mom's from El Salvador, my dad's from Germany. Well, he's American, but he's German American.
So we got a product of immigrants.
Yeah.
So love to see that.
And my dad was also in the military for 17 years, so super strict. And then I just got out of my mom, so you know how they are. It was always very disciplined. They were super strict, had all the chores I always had to do. So I was the little man in the house. So I just had to make sure everything was always kept well kept. So
nice. So we're interviewing you today because you have your own app that you came out with. Was this after college that you launched?
Yeah, it was a year after. Well, yeah, almost a year after.
Well, that's huge.
Yeah.
So first of all, tell us what Qoins is.
Yeah, so Qoins helps consumers pay off credit card debt. It's spelled with a Q, by the way. Qoins. So helps people pay off student loans or credit card debt and student loans. I originally started it after graduating because I was trying to help pay off student loans, my own student loans. And then we kind of pivoted to tailor more so towards credit card debt just because higher impacts, lower debt amounts, but biggest kind of pressure point and stressor for most people. But yeah, the whole idea was that you connect your cards, and then from there, every time you make a purchase, you buy coffee, gas, some of that, it would automatically round up that transaction to the next dollar and then apply that spare change to your Qoins account. And then once per month, all the money you save will get applied as an additional payment towards your debt, so you don't have to think about it. So it was all really kind of just a byproduct of my own problem after graduating.
Right, which makes for a great business idea.
Exactly.
So how has the success of it been so far? How do you feel about it?
So far so good. We're just now, raising our first round of funding, so that's been super stressful but super exciting at the same time. So we're trying to raise our first round of $250,000 to kind of really get us off the ground and growing exponentially. But it's been going well. We've done $1.5 million in debt paid off just in spare change so far. 1.6 actually, I just checked. We're definitely making an impact. We're nationwide. We're live nationwide. We get people like Gene Chesky from NBC News, Clark Howard from the radio show, which many people have probably heard of, and the Today Show. So we're definitely getting a lot of traction and love, a lot of press. So it's super exciting. Yeah. So
while you were in school at Georgia State, what did you want to do? What did you want to be? You were in business? Did you study business?
Yeah, so I studied, it's funny, it's my first semester or two, no, my first year and a half, I wanted to be an accountant. I took 2 classes of that and it totally changed my mind. I was like, nope, not doing that. It's just
fun.
terrible. So then I switched over to just business management because I was like, I want to do something in business. I don't know what exactly it was, and I just want to figure it out from there. So I got managerial sciences at GSU. And then my freshman year, I got a job at Coca-Cola, and I love soda. That's really bad. It's it's really bad.
That's one thing I don't worry about.
That's what I have. That's what I struggle with.
My weakness is desserts.
Desserts? See, I'm not a sweets guy.
Which I don't know what's worse, but.
So I got a job there. I was working at Publix, and I was I wasn't making enough money, and then I was I got a job at Coke. On their distribution side, so I was merchandiser, so I'd have to be up at 5 a.m., work till 12, 1 p.m., and then go to class full time. Then I became account manager, and so working there, I was oh, I love Coke, I'm working for Coke, I'm trying to be the CEO of Coke whenever I grow up, and I would tell everybody.
How did you get the job at Coke? That's pretty big.
Just networking. So when I worked at Publix in Gwinnett, or actually Johnson Ferry Road, I think it was. I would meet the Coke guy there, and I'd be like, hey, how do I get your job? Like,
What did you do at Publix?
I was a grocery clerk. Yeah.
See, so that just shows you work your way up. You shouldn't be,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? That's just like a perfect testament to you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You can't be too proud to do anything.
Oh man, I've done.
Coke is such a huge company here in Atlanta, everywhere, worldwide, to work at, and you got the job at this huge company working as a clerk in Publix.
Yep. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is like networking, like meeting the right people, really just following up with them, building that relationship, because you never know who knows what, and you know, people can champion you or be your sponsor for something down the line, and you never know.
Definitely.
So moved over to Coke. Told everybody I was gonna be CEO of Coke. So my manager, she was like helping me kind of like learn all the ins and outs. And then I got a new manager who like hated me, like he just did not like me.
Gotta love those.
So I was like one of those employees that like quit because of the manager. And
that bad?
Like, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Like he just anything was wrong. Anything I did was wrong. So I was just like nah. And then I got an internship in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So I took a whole semester off college and just went there for a whole semester. And that was like probably the best thing I ever did.
What was the internship for?
So it was for business management as well, but it was more like managing. So it was a consultant firm during the day. So we worked with like Latin companies in Buenos Aires, because they were like, if you worked in Buenos Aires, there was no like e-com, or there was no commerce coming in and out, because at the time it was almost like a dictatorship, not really, but the president was like super strict. So like during that time, I was just like working with companies in Argentina, and then at night, my manager, who's also my mentor, Roger Trueba, I don't know if you ever met him.
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay. Anyways, he also had like the number 5 pub crawl in the world. So like, you know, a pub crawl, like you get 400 plus people out every day. Right. So we did that at night. So like I would party at night, and I was getting paid to do it. So not a lot, but like everything was paid for. So it was super awesome. But I learned, you know, kind of how to build like, you know, speaking skills, building relationships, you know, networking, talking like business with like business owners. So just kind of like got like one, I got the itch to travel, and 2, the itch to kind of like do my own thing. And then I told him like, yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing at some point. I don't know what it is, but like maybe like you let me do something. So then like the following year, he sent me to Panama to do my own pub crawl in Panama, or relaunch the one that they had failed there, and reopen it. So I was there for a whole month, reopening a whole nother one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So from that internship, as well as other experiences you may have had, fast forwarding, what advice or experiences that kind of turned into, you know, lessons or advice would you say is most essential to, or was most essential to launching Qoins?
I think it's like a few parts of my life. Like I think that was a big one, because it got me to get out of my comfort zone. So like I never traveled outside of the country. I never like gone somewhere without knowing anyone. So that kind of taught me to kind of like just get out of like my comfort zone and just kind of try new things. And I think it's super important, if you're ever going to try your own business, you have to be uncomfortable. Exactly.
Yeah.
Secondly, having thick skin too. So like, or learning how to control your emotions, and like with life, your personal life and like your business life. And so like we said before, like I had open heart surgery before, twice. And then like right after I quit my job at my old company, the old company I was working at, I literally got a heart infection. So like,
okay, so we clearly can't go on without talking about this. What did you have? What is that about? What did you have open heart surgery for?
So I had this thing called truncus arteriosus. Like nobody will ever know what that is, but it's a congenital heart disease. I was born with it. So when I was born, like there's 2 valves, so one's missing, and then you have to put one artificial one. So like you have to put, when you're a baby, it's usually a pig valve. When you get older, it's a cow valve. So I had one as a baby. I had lung surgery as a baby to kind of help you like breathe, because the blood's flowing to, there's 2 types of blood, and the 2 types of blood are going to the same body parts, so you can't have that happen. So had open heart surgery. And then when I was 16, high school, that's a big point in your life. I was playing baseball full time at school, and I was like running a mile, and I felt like the big guy. Like I couldn't run a mile. Like it took me like 14 minutes to run a whole mile. It was terrible. So that's when I got the second one.
So these aren't scheduled. These kind of just felt it and it needed to be done.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll get yearly check, or I guess it's 2 or 3 checkups per year, and then I'll be like, something's not right, because I'm like pretty healthy. I work out, like I
Did
try.
it scare you the first time? Well, not first time as a baby, but
Not really. I don't know. Like I'm always been pretty chill about it. Like I just trying to, because if I worry, then other people worry, and I don't like seeing other people worrying about me. So like that kind of taught me how to like control my emotions.
Yeah. It takes a lot of courage.
Exactly. And then so the third time, well, I haven't had a third one, but at some point in the future I'll have to have another one. But like when I quit my job, like recently, a year ago or a year and a half, that's when I got not a heart surgery, but I got a heart infection. So because I had the heart surgery before, because I have a artificial valve, there's this bacteria that got stuck to the valve, and so it just like was fighting the white cells. So like I was just like out of nowhere I had to be like in the hospital, and like I was there for like a week. So like after that I was just like, man, I just quit my job, I just started my business, I just got really sick, I have this huge health bill now. Like it was like my lowest point ever.
Yeah.
But like with that,
on top of that, like you said, the finances of going, all the hospital bills, dealing with that, physically, mentally, emotionally.
Yep.
You're in a hospital for a week.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I was going crazy.
You quit your job.
Yeah. So like I think at that point I was like, I felt like I was at rock bottom. I'm sure there's other people like way worse than me, but I felt like it can't be any worse than that. So now like I don't ever feel like it can be that bad. Like financially, like it's just money. So
it made you stronger.
Exactly.
Essentially.
Exactly. So that's a big one. And then kind of just having been through the business now has been like helped us get like tough skin as well. But a lot of those kind of helped me really kind of start Qoins, because I had a problem that I was trying to solve. I had all these ideas. Working at my other startup, I learned how to like execute, and then understanding kind of like my life situations, I knew how to like tackle and cope with like different problems and problem solve.
At that point that you say you felt you were at your lowest, did you feel like giving up, or did you kind of always know?
I never felt like giving up. I think I just like, I don't know. I did get like depressed, like, but I don't think it was like me. Like whatever medication I was taking like was really messing me up too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always been like a problem. So I just like get shit done. Like I'll figure it out. But like at that point, like I just did not feel like that. So I was like, man, I'm just not being myself.
Moments, I feel like a lot of us have those moments where we may feel like giving up. So how did you overcome that?
I just kept moving. I just kept doing.
You didn't stop.
Yeah, like I think at the end of the day too, you also have like a good support team. So your friends, your family, that's super important, because if you're surrounded around people that can create like positive energy, then like that helps.
Oh, definitely.
If you're around people that are giving negative energy,
energy is everything.
Yeah, exactly. So and then obviously faith too. So you just, like you gotta understand that like things happen for a reason, and like it's not the end of the day. Like there's always gonna be better days. So we just gotta kind of be optimistic about it. So
like you said, keep moving. If you can make it through that, you can make it probably through a lot more things that'll get thrown at you.
Exactly. So yeah.
So when did the idea of Qoins come about? I know you said it was because after college, because you were trying to pay off your own student loans.
Yeah.
And you just kind of came up with the idea.
Yeah. So so it's kind of funny. So at my old company I worked at, it's called HireWire. It was out in Buckhead in Atlanta Tech Village. So I always went to work there at Atlanta Tech Village, like any startup there. And like I was always good about like just coming up with ideas, but I never like did anything with them. Like I had an idea about like having like a automated like valet service. So like if I had a car, like we would just pull up and I could just go anywhere. Then this company came out with it, and they made like $50 million. I was like, damn, I need to do my own thing.
It's funny you say that real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but you say that, and I was actually going to ask you, it's such a good idea, but with good ideas, it's so hard to actually execute them, because someone comes out with them, or, it's just kind of like, it takes a lot of courage to actually execute. You can think all you want. So what made you really take that leap?
And so I think it was because I was working at the other startup, and we were like the first 10 employees. So I was doing everything. Like I was doing data analytics, I was doing marketing, I was like seeing like what numbers look like. I was working day in, day out. So I just knew what it took to like get something off the ground. I was like, okay, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's that hard. But at the same time, my nickname at HireWire was the Plug. So I was like the hustler. Yeah, I was the plug. I could get anything done, right?
Nice.
So at the same time, when I came up with Qoins, there was this pitch competition called the Plug ATL, And I was like, oh shit.
I'm not
totally
ignoring these signs, God.
Exactly. It was like 100,000 grand prize. So like I just built something really quick. I made like top 10, but I didn't win. But like just that.
Top 10 is a huge accomplishment.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, like I had a foundation to start off from, and then from there I was like, okay, what do I need to keep doing? So it was just kind of pushing myself to keep doing the next step.
Okay, and just for any aspiring entrepreneurs that may be watching, or someone who has an idea themselves, how did you get it started? Like, what were the first few steps, and what were some things that you learned along the way that you wish somebody would have told you?
So I'm a very much like a do it type of guy. So like I learn by doing.
Trial and error.
Yeah. So like you can probably tell me a lot of times, and I'll probably still do it. It's a good and bad habit.
No, it's a good thing, because I'll tell you, like, even with this podcast, I was just being such a perfectionist, and so you know what I mean.
Exactly.
We get paralyzed sometimes.
Exactly.
I think it's better to take that approach of just doing it.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
like I've definitely messed up a lot by not listening to people, but I've also learned a lot. So but that's fine. Like I'll own up to it, right? But what was your question?
So for aspiring
entrepreneurs. What was lessons? I think you just like, not to be clear, you just gotta do it. Like, don't like make excuses. Just literally go fucking do it. Like, cause you're gonna learn, and a failure doesn't matter. Like, a failure is just a learning lesson. So like, if you can understand it,
what's
it's a
the
lesson.
worst that can happen?
Exactly. Like,
you look bad, and so what? Now you learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, I think the problem is like we're in like such a like very social world today. Like, people like really care about what other people think, and you shouldn't. Like, who cares? Like, what you were 4 years ago does not dictate where you're gonna be now, where you're gonna be like 5 years from now or 10 years from now. Like, who cares? You might not even have the same friends. So like, just do what you're gonna do, and you never know where that's gonna take you. So
yeah, and thinking long term, I think.
Exactly. That's how I am. I'm very much like a long term.
Even if you look a certain way now. I mean, you can do everything for looks and aesthetics or social media or whatever the case may be nowadays, and not get anywhere.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're busting your ass, like, really grinding and doing what you need to do, like making those mistakes you made, long term.
Exactly. Like,
you're a big man still, so in real life, not Instagram.
Absolutely. So yeah, like, I think just go out and do it. Like, I mean, you have to also be able to understand how to like, or learn how to like control your emotions, because your emotions really take a big hit into when you're doing something on your own, and you need to be able to like cope with it, because you're gonna you are, like you said, you're gonna feel depressed some days and down some days, but sometimes you're gonna get like super excited, and like you gotta be able to like level that out and make sure like it's kind of a consistent basis every day, because you have to you're your own boss. You're the only person that's gonna make you motivate you to keep doing it every day.
It's not easy.
It's not.
Being an entrepreneur is definitely not easy.
Exactly.
You have to push yourself, because like
there's a lot of
you don't have a you don't have a boss there. You don't have a set schedule. You don't. You gotta grind.
Exactly. So yeah, like you have to motivate yourself, and like there's a lot of different ways of doing that. And like me, like I tell myself like every day, like, all right, I'm not like being cocky, but like you gotta tell yourself like what you're gonna do. You gotta like visualize what you're gonna be. And so like right now, like it's crazy, like seeing what I wrote down like a year ago is literally happening. And so it's like it's super like it's humbling, it's super exciting, but like at the same time, like, all right, like now what do I
you can't get too complacent.
Exactly.
Grateful,
you can never be complacent. That's the biggest thing too. Like that's once you get stagnant, then like you're not learning. So
you say you wrote it down. What are some of the things you do that really help you get out of those tough days? Like, do you have a vision board? Do you write your goals down often? Do you have like a mantra you tell yourself?
Yeah. So I every year, like January 1st or like December 31st, I write down like all my goals that I want for the year. And then one thing I started doing this year was like monthly goals. So like I'll write down what I want to try to achieve this month. And so like I'll write it and put it everywhere that I can like see it. If I'm going to my office, it's like right there. If it's in my book, it's like the first page.
That's smart.
And I have a reminder on my phone to tell me every day like the same thing. No, I just have like the goals actually pop up. Yeah.
Nice.
So like I have no excuse to like not see it. And then like I just tell myself like, all right, you're gonna get this. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. And if you're speaking to me, yeah, exactly. So I used to be optimistic. Like you just have to like say it, make it happen. Yeah. I don't think just saying is gonna get you. You gotta work for it too.
Right.
But like I think everything kind of falls in place when you are putting in the work and
having faith.
Exactly.
Being positive about it.
Exactly.
So the time you talked about your lowest point, that came and went, and then you had the idea for Qoins, right?
No, well, I had the idea for Qoins, and then that happened. happened.
That happened after?
Yeah, like literally
Okay.
right after.
So it was after college that happened?
Yeah, so like I graduated in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I was working at HireWire for almost a year. I quit. Then literally a month later that happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Gotcha. Okay, so what other things on your way to building Qoins, you know, like getting it established and all of that, were there things that held you back or that kind of, you know, just humps in the road that you had to get over?
yeah, I mean, like financially, like obviously, like I had like good pay. So I went from having good pay to like now I'm working promos and like renting out my car to like, you know, pay for my rent and like just doing odd jobs just to kind of like pay for to get by. Unemployment checks, like when I didn't have like that I guess like middle time when I didn't even have a job. So I think that was probably the biggest thing, like, you know, trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it every month.
Well, that's scary.
It is scary.
Especially when you're doing your own thing, because although, you know, you're positive, there's still that unknown there, like, am I gonna make it? Is this gonna succeed?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I don't know, I was just like, whatever, like, I'm just gonna do it, like, because, like, how I see it now is, like, finances, like, I'm not, and we're a finance product, so our product is to help people pay off debt, but, like, in my standpoint, like, we're helping people pay off debt. I had already had debt, and that was, like, the problem I was trying to solve, but at the same time, it wasn't just about me, like, I want to help other people pay off debt, and so I kind of had to take a little bit more to kind of get off the ground, so I was fine with that. And so this year, you know, I'm going back and taking that step back to kind of fix those corrections. But I don't know, I think I was just like, all right, I mean, it's not something that's gonna like kill me. Like, I'm not gonna die because I couldn't pay my credit card bill.
Right.
Like, they're not gonna go and sue me. I mean, they might, but
Right.
not right now. Like, I knew like it was only short term, so
Temporary.
it was very temporary. So
Temporary
I mean,
losses.
exactly.
For
So
long term.
yeah, exactly. You have to make sacrifices. So like, if you understand that like to get where you want to be, you have to make sacrifices. Then like, so be it. So that's kind of how I saw it.
So since launching Qoins, has it kind of been, for the most part, going upward? Or have there been any times where you kind of thought you failed for a second?
Oh man, like I've had days where like literally the first day we were gonna launch in January of 2017, it's like the 12th, we were gonna launch, and then our payment processor shut us down. So then we just had to figure out, you know, who we're gonna use next, and then how quickly could we integrate, because we only had like 5 days to integrate. They didn't give us any bigger timeline. So that was like terrible, like, man, like I literally just started and I'm about to fail. But you know, it was myself and my co-founder, so we kind of just like got together, made it happen, and then we were back up and running.
And those times are hard. It's like, it's really like, I say from personal experience, like when you're launching something or when it's something that's kind of your own,
Yeah.
and you have setbacks, you're kind of just like, it's easy to give up.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's almost easier to give up than to
Keep going.
pushing.
Yeah, and then like, you know, we've had months where, you know, our burn rate is like we're about to literally run out of cash, and like I have to go ask like friends, which I hate doing, but like, hey, like I need like 10 grand, like, and in a matter of hours I'll be able to get it. And I'm like, there's no way I would ever be able to get this type of money, but because I have friends that like believe in me and support what we're doing, like I'm able to get that type of like, you know, support. Yeah, exactly. And I've had to do that a few times, and I hate doing it, but like, you know, I think we're done. Hopefully I'm done. But yeah, things like that. You know, financially making sure that the business is running. I think those are like two biggest things. There's always like technological hiccups that like, you know, we kind of just have to figure out, and I mean, it's like it's all a learning process. So yeah, all in all, it's gone up. Like, it hasn't gone like, oh, crazy, you know, but like we're moving in the right direction, and that's the point. That's the whole goal, is like to make sure that we're always moving in the right direction. So, you know, I think this year, I'm super excited about this year, because I think this is like going to be, this year and next year are going to be like our two, you know, really, really big years, where we're able to make like huge like jumps.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's the number one piece of advice you would give to someone with an idea?
An idea is just an idea. It doesn't mean anything if you don't execute. And to execute, you have to just go out and do it. Like, there's no excuses. Like, anybody can have a great idea, but not everybody can execute. So if you want to execute, you have to literally get out of your comfort zone and just go do it. And you'll figure everything out throughout the process. That's the whole reason people start things. Everybody fails. Failures are not failures unless you like you make them a
stay
failure.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Failures are everybody failed to like get to where they are, and like I'm by no means where I want to be at all. I like to say I'm somewhat successful, but like by no means like monetarily. But like yeah, I mean like I was able to execute, and I'm still executing. I'm still learning, but you have to learn to always be able to like learn, iterate, learn, build, learn, iterate, learn, build, and then just keep. It's just a moving circle. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You talk about failures. Do you have maybe like a favorite failure that you kind of like took a lot from? If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't really talk about this, but when I was at Georgia State, I used to like everybody else at Georgia State. Like I think the one that did really well is God is Dope, right? Like God is Dope. I wanted to have like my own clothing brand, like everybody else. And so
shout out to God is Dope.
Huh?
I said shout out.
Yeah, shout out to God is Dope. I don't even have a shirt, but I would love a shirt. I haven't bought one,
We gotta
but
get
like
you one.
yeah. But like you know, when I saw them, I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Anyways, I came up with one called like Creation After Zoe. It was like my initials. It was dumb. It was
What's it
like
called?
Creation After Zoe. So creation after life.
Okay.
Zoe means life.
Okay.
I was trying to be all like cool with it. It was terrible. Anyways, but I bought like way too much inventory. But when I lived in Argentina, when I lived in Spain, I taught English in Spain for like 3 months.
Nice.
And while I was there, my goal was to like sell like the hats and the shirts. I got it in stores, but like that's as far as I ever got. So I had all this inventory, and I still have it to this day. I literally keep it with me. I won't ever get rid of it, just because like it's like it reminds me like okay, you failed, but you learn from it, and just make sure it's a reminder. I still have the hats, like and like every once in a while people like will take one like just because, but like yeah, I still have like the baseball tees. But yeah, that was probably like I put so much into it. Like I did all the things that I thought I needed to do when I shouldn't have. Like I was like I just need to like get buying a customer that will pay for it, right? That's what it should have been the first thing I did. But like before, I was like, let me create a shirt and then buy all of it and then sell it. Like that makes no sense.
Right.
Inventory before customer.
Yeah, finding demand for it. Right.
Exactly. But yeah, that was that was probably like the one that like I always like kind of keep in the back of my head.
So what was the biggest thing you took from that?
Like don't jump the gun. Like kind of be patient. Like if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen for a reason, right? And you know, if I wanted to start that business, I think that business was kind of like a stepping stone to where I am now. But yeah, don't jump the gun and like do things before, like being patient in like your decision makings. Yeah, that was like that's my biggest thing. Be patient.
When it comes to business.
Exactly, decision making is super important, and like you have to be mindful of what you're doing.
Okay, what made you stop there and not, learn and then keep pushing the clothing brand?
But I see that's where I didn't know those lessons then. Like I didn't know it took me to go work
in
at
hindsight now.
Yeah, exactly.
To go back and look at it and realize.
like I always like our design now for Qoins, like I really like, and it was like actually helped. Like I had the initial design, and then one of our friends here in this building, Preston, he works with Design Q. Shout out to him. He helped us with the new design, and I was like, oh man, like we could totally sell shirts and hoodies for like Qoins, and then I did that. And so like it was kind of like going back. It's like I knew I could sell these hoodies more than I could my old
right. So it's all valuable.
Yeah, exactly.
Failures are always
exactly like I'm always learning. So
okay. Do you have any books that are your favorites or that you would recommend?
Yeah. So I just finished reading. So I try to read a book per month. Like I mean,
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Trying the same.
So I'm doing good this year. Like I've actually had my 3 books so far. So my 3 books this year is Crushing It, like Gary Vaynerchuk.
What's it called?
Crushing It.
By Gary?
Yeah, by Gary. It's like I think it's a follow-on from like Crush It.
Special.
Yeah. The second was Fortune Cookie Principle. That's a really short read, but it's really, really good. It's like it's all about like creating the value. It's more like, hey, show value for a customer for what you're selling, and then like you'll have the commodity. So don't try selling the commodity. Try selling like the fortune. Like that's the wow aspect to the business. And then Blue Ocean Strategy. What's that one? Blue Ocean Strategy is about like creating like there's always competition in different like industries, right? And your goal is to kind of create like an ocean, like create your own blue ocean when there's not really competition. Because there's red oceans and blue oceans. Red oceans just really differentiate themselves from like pricing or like one different thing. Where this is like you're creating your own market. So
right, cool.
So those are 3 books.
So where do you see Qoins going now? What can we look forward to? What should we look out for?
So yeah, we're hoping to like close our first round of funding. That's super exciting. We are our goal is to save $25 million in debt this year. So that's kind of what we're hoping for 2018.
I've been using it for the record.
Yeah, definitely use it if you haven't used it. Qoins.io.
How do they download it?
Yeah, so you can download it iOS or Android. So we're available on mobile and Android and iOS apps. And you can check out our website, Qoins.io, not .com. So yeah.
Okay, where can people keep up with you? Your social media?
Yeah, so you can follow me at Christian Zim with 1M. And on all 3, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think my Twitter is like 2 M's.
Okay.
But I'll check it.
You'll find it.
Yeah. And then Qoins Inc.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks so much for sitting with us.
Yeah,
and thank
fun.
you guys for watching.
See ya.